everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be building a saloon. This is a commission. A friend of mine is going to be running a D&D campaign and he wants kind of an Old West themed saloon as his playmat. In my previous video I built him a water tower to go with this, so that's kind of a hint of what's to come with today's video. Because it's a commission, I have a little bit more spending money, so I did go out and pick up some like balsa wood and scrapbook paper and stuff, but I'm definitely using, recycling, cardboard, all sorts of things to help give life to this saloon. One of the things I was asked for is for magnets to be able to stick to the board. Nothing was the right size, so I ended up buying a larger weight board and then just having it get cut down. And so I'm just gonna end up covering the back of it with some E6000 and sticking it on top of a cardboard base. So we have to prep this for gluing the flooring pieces on top and gluing it to the base, and then we'll move on to the walls. So I went ahead and coated it all in just a layer of brown paint so it wouldn't just be stark white and bright blue showing through between the floorboards if there are any gaps. And then I also went ahead and I cut a lot of strips that are about 1/16 of an inch. Those are going to provide the framing for our windows. I also cut down the plastic lids and I did a lot of all the busy work off camera while I was waiting for the glue and the paint to dry. Alright, so this is actually really simple. All I am going to be using is a piece of plastic and strips of balsa wood cut and clear tape. I'm going to secure down the plastic on top of our little template right here. I just tape it down. I'm cutting 2 cross pieces and 4, up and down pieces, whatever they're called. And I'll just be taping them in place on both sides. I'm just going to take a piece of tape and set it about 1/8 of an inch above the edge of the window. Stick it down so it's even, and then peel it back up so you can start putting down the mullions. And then just one by one, holding it from the bottom, you just kind of line it up and stick it down. And I just do it one by one, straightening it out, sliding it down so it's tight. And then you do the same with the long ones. And you turn it over and do it on the other side. You're gonna have something that looks like this. And then you'll be able to kind of visualize it in the window frame. I'm just going to use super glue to secure everything down, as well as, little bits of weights. I have all these magnets that will help me keep everything secured down. So I am at like the last inch and a half of the floor, and I'm just like using magnets to keep everything stuck down as it dries, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna put weight on top of the whole thing so it can all dry really flat and beautiful. So this next step is the walls. I have them all kind of prepped out with the doors, windows cut to size, and some of them have magnets embedded in them, and that way we're going to be able to switch out decor. So I think that's pretty cool. So we can just randomly put, you know, a wanted poster up there or something. I'm going to go get everything attached, and then I will show you how I plan on installing all the windows. I have all the wallpaper on the walls, but obviously I need to do some trimming. But I also need to cut out the window or the windows and the door. So I'm going to show you how I do that so I don't have any raw edges. And then I will be installing the window. So for the windows and the door, I know that this cardboard is about 1/8 of an inch thick. So I know I want to leave a little bit of space in order to wrap the paper around. So I'm gonna probably leave about 3/8 of an inch of a kind of a margin when I cut out, and then I'll just cut 45-degree angles from each corner and wrap the paper around and glue it down here. This is a bone folder, and basically it's used a lot in like paper crafting or even leather work, and it just is helping me kind of crease the paper so I have more of a sharp seam at the edge of the window. For the most part, all this raw cardboard is covered, and then I'll go back in with some balsa wood and trim out the window, but this paper will also allow the glue to have more surface area to hold on. I have all of the windows and doors cut out, and it's now time to insert the windows. Basically, we have our window and we have our window frame, and I'm just gonna line it up and glue it down. The hardest part will be just lining up the window. I'm going to mark where it wants to go. I'm trying to be careful not to get too much glue on here because I don't want it to squish out into the window. And then I just find my lines again, line it up, and squish it into place. Windows are glued in, they're nice and sturdy, they're not going anywhere, and now I get to cover up all of these seams that are just there because the paper wasn't long enough. So I did a little bit of experimentation on some extra paper. I matched up edges that didn't really match, and then I went over it in expired eyeshadow. The scrapbook paper isn't the most consistent, but it's the look we want, so we're gonna work with what we have. Here is a huge contrast between kind of a darker and a lighter green. The pattern doesn't quite match up. This is gonna be in the back corner of the room. So this is gonna be the ceiling. This is gonna be just where a lot of storage is. And so it's okay that it's a little bit dirty. Like, So I'm gonna start going in with a darker color where I know smoke would collect. What you see in real life is what I want to emulate here. And this is a kind of frontier town, Old West saloon. So they're gonna have cigar smoking indoors. They're gonna have lanterns, candle smoke, wood smoke, all sorts of things that have an opportunity to stain this wallpaper. I do like to get the excess off. This is one of those instances where it looks a little bit better off camera. Not perfect, but it's better than it was. So I've cut everything already, and I'm just gonna be using super glue to put them in. My plan is to basically just put a line of super glue along the edge that's gonna be closest to the window. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps a lot. And tune in next time to see how I continue this saloon project.